in the kitchen at the table with all this mess of mostly salvaged or reused pots galore. But we also have a big, huge bag. Yes, right here on the kitchen table. I don't have a potting shed. Big, huge bag of potting mix. Lots of extra pots. We've got a scoop. We've got a shovel, scissors, gloves, sustenance. Hi, Renee. Thank you so much for being here. So I have been working in the yard all day. Well, not all day. Like I've also been doing work in the house too, but a lot of yard work. Like I could not believe how much yard work I've done in the last couple of days. And I promise the video of all that is coming, but I've just been enjoying the yard work so much and having like the energy and the momentum and haven't wanted to mess that up. And so anytime I have energy, I'm like, okay, garden. Plus we've also, kids started back to school today. And so there was getting ready for all of that. Anyway, hello, Kristen. Hello, Manuela. Hello, Pamela. Thank you so much for being here. So the plan, I don't want to give like, oh, hi, Bonnie. Thanks for being here. I don't want to give like too many spoilers for the actual gardening videos, but I got a lot done in the front yard. Still got a long ways to go, but I got a lot done. And now it's time to finish a project that is way overdue, desperately overdue. So, oh, thank you, Bonnie. We are going to go subscription only. Let's go ahead and just get that done. There we go. Thank you, Bonnie. So something that has needed to be done for some time, and I think I showed you all, but I could be wrong, but we have this on the patio, at the back of the patio, before you go out to the field and the other part of the yard. Hi, Phyllis. Kitty, I think, is asleep on the couch. She's been doing her thing, hung out with me this morning. Absolute treasure. But right now she's probably asleep, most likely. But anyway, so I think I showed you guys that out in the patio, there is one of the big ginormous like tractor tires. We have two of them. One of them has a slide on it, and we had put the slide on there when the kids were little. We didn't put these ginormous tractor tires in. They were in our yard when we bought the house 17 years ago. So the one, so the one that we had put the slide on, but the other one I had used in the beginning as a sandbox for the kids, but it just really didn't end up working well that way. And then ended up using it as like a compost. And so it has amazing soil from like 10 years of composting. The thing that, hi Lab, thanks for being here. One of the things we run into, excuse me, is that you never know what's going to like pop up, because we'll have thrown seeds of pits of whatever, fruits and vegetables. And over the years, various things have popped up in there. But this year, the peaches went crazy. Because I had at one point, it was obvious this was going to happen. I had at one point dumped out a whole pile of peach pits out in there. I obviously wasn't thinking that through exactly, but I did. And so of course this year we ended up with, I don't know. My guess is 50, but we'll see. I'll find out tonight. 50 little peach trees. And actually, other than one live peach tree that we have right now, no, Alyssa, I put it on subscribers only. Yeah, I don't think I have anything weird. Subscribers, 20 minutes. And the chat filter, is just all messages. So there's, I haven't done any of that. Got Mimi back there. First day of 8th grade. She says hi. But how cute is she? God, she's so beautiful. Ah, hi, Shatika. Thanks for being here. So anyhow, so I ended up with this like just mass of peach trees. And my goal had been get it done, dig them up, pot them up, whatever, at the beginning of spring. Well, that didn't happen. And now I have had to chop all of them down by half because they were just getting crazy. And we're at a point now where it's like, this has to get done. This has to get done. So I have all of the pots and the soil. Yeah. The pots and the soil and the gloves and the scoops. Hi, Christina. And the shovel and all of that right here. And so what we're going to do is, hi, Liz. What we are going to do is start filling some of these pots with soil. It's 100 degrees outside or more, might be a little bit more. Excuse me. So I can't go and dig them up right now. But what I am going to do is dig them all up tonight into the wheelbarrow, have all of these ready, and then maybe get these onto those big black trays that I found dumpster diving and take them out to the yard. They'll already be ready to go. They'll have each of them be like half filled with soil, and then I can dig up all of those peach trees and then plant them individually. And I'll have to keep them in the house, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm gonna have to until the weather cools down a little bit, so that then I can harden them off outside. And then like I've got like pots like this size and a little bit smaller, this one, and the idea is I want to have at least one of them to replace a peach tree that died way out in the backyard. And then with the rest of them, I'm going to give some away, but with a bunch of them, we'll start them out in these small pots. And then next spring, ideally, get a bunch of like, what I have in my head is like square or rectangle, really heavy, maybe even concrete planters, and then plant them out into those and just have them be column trees. That's where you just keep it all real tight, just a column. You don't get all the branches, none of that. And you don't even let them grow super tall, like 6 feet. And have a line of them along the patio there where the Laughing Place garden is, to provide fruit and shade. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes. They'll require a lot of care and a lot of attention in that spot. And they won't be in the ground where they can like really get established. Hopefully with in like nice big concrete planters, that'll keep them stable and sturdy and give them enough room for their roots. I don't know. It's going to be a thing I'm going to have to look into. It's going to take research. It's going to take trial and error. But for now, the bare minimum that we desperately need to do, and I'm doing it tonight, is to get all of them potted up, to get them out of the tire and individually potted up so that they can start developing and be happy. I wish I could just, it'd be normal size, Pamela. In fact, it might even be bigger fruit because there's so much less of it and not all the branches that the tree would have to put its energy into. So, yeah. Phyllis, you're having coffee? I might actually have me some. I'm having a Coke right now, but maybe. Yeah, Lab, it's incredibly hot here too, but I think I was saying this the other day, or maybe it was in a short video, but like you don't know when your body and your brain are going to be like, you know what, we're ready to garden. Let's go garden. Let's do it. Ooh, yeah. And of course, it's on these ridiculously hot days. And there's some things you just can't do. Like you can pull weeds and there's, summer trimming that you can do and stuff like that, deadheading, whatever. Put in new soil. But like transplanting stuff, that's tricky. You're taking your chances, which I did. I finally got the marigolds all out. They desperately needed to get out. But I'll be happy if half of them survive. But anyway, so let's get started. Oh, you should be able to kind of see what I'm doing. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I've absolutely overdone it today. That is absolutely true. There's no question about that. I have overdone it. But I have, I think, I have to double check my schedule, but I think I have a therapeutic massage this Friday. I think I do. I'm always expecting them to like just fix everything. I go to them and it's my joke, and yet I actually mean it. That I go to them and I'm just like, here's what I've been doing. I've been naughty or I've been busy, and now I need you guys to fix it. You know? Anyway, no, I've been good. I just, I've had a lot of energy and a lot of excitement and desire to be in the garden and get stuff done, especially in the front yard. So I'm doing it. And even though, like, I end up, obviously, of course, in pain and sore and all of that, it's so totally worth it. So totally worth it. And plus, it just desperately needs to be done, like, all the stuff in the front yard. And like I said, I promise I am working on getting the gardening videos up and doing all of that, but stuff gets in the way. In fact, it's gardening that has gotten in the way of my garden videos. Because when I'm feeling the momentum and the movement and the excitement and the energy, the last thing I want to do is sit down and edit and like kill that energy, you know? Hi, Stacy. Oh, I'm so glad you could join us. Okay. Yeah, Lab, that was me for a few years. My brain was desperately wanting to garden, wanting to, all of that, and absolutely not able to. And so we're doing a lot of like kind of trying to make up for it and just do the best we can. It's going to take time. It's going to take so much time. Oh, it's going to take so much time. But that's okay. That is okay. So anyhow, I also have these little ones, which I don't think that's going to work. I don't think these are going to be, I don't know, maybe there'll be some that are little that I just haven't seen. I don't know. And I don't want to waste any of them. You know what I mean? Like I don't like wasting my plants. Even volunteers. I don't like wasting volunteers. But I feel like kind of this size and this size are probably appropriate. And there is a chance that I will have to trim their root systems and stuff like that, which I'm okay with doing that. Anyway. Oh, I do have some slightly bigger ones in there. Okay, good. All right, well, let's just get started. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I know, it's crazy. I'm doing this in my kitchen, like this literal massive bag of potting mix. But guys, I don't have a potting shed. And the stuff's got to get done. And it's 1,000,000 degrees outside here in Utah. So, Oh, Renee, that would be so lovely. And that would be so perfect for me to have a cool rainy day right now. Ugh. There's supposedly supposed to be some precipitation, I think tomorrow or Friday, maybe Saturday, I don't remember. But every day it's gotten less and less likelihood. So we'll see. And I'm a little bit nervous about that when we go on our road trip and the kids and other family are going to be taking care of stuff. And oh, hopefully the plants survive. Oh, that's awesome, Renee. Did you guys? Oh no, I don't think I've put up the video. God, I have so many videos that I need to get edited and put up. But I've had so much energy and ability and been out gardening. But anyway, Olivia dyed her hair. So yeah, you'll get to see that soon. I did at least put like this mat down, one of my Temu mat, like garden mats, but it is still kind of silly doing this right here on my table. But where else am I going to do it? It's too hot outside. I don't know how much I want to put in. Maybe just fill them like halfway probably, right? Because we're still going to have to, get the plant in there. Yeah, Pamela, I did see about that fire. It is quite a long ways away from where we'll be staying, but that doesn't mean that the smoke won't make its way over, So we'll take precautions. I'm actually seeing my allergist tomorrow. So that works out nice. Maybe he can give me some kind of preventive care or hook me up with some prednisone for just in case, because you never know. Ooh, and I also have this big pot and everything that was in it is dead. So I cleaned most of that out. And now I'm trying to decide, do I want to just throw some seeds in there and kind of see what happens? Or do I want to plant one of the peach trees in there or a couple of the peach trees? Ooh. Oh, I have an idea. All right, hold on. Let me take these gloves off. They got wet, and so now they kind of hurt. Okay. So you might know I love, excuse me, God, all the Coke. Sorry. I love topiaries, sculpted trees. I love manipulated trees and fun things like that. Love. Not very good at them yet, but learning. Anyhow, have you ever seen, and of course I'm not on with the laptop right now, so I can't look it up and us look at it together, but some of the things people can do with trees, if you start when they're young and pliable. Amazing. I have seen online people make chairs out of trees while the trees are alive. And it's just like a matter of manipulating and bending and twisting the branches so that they grow the way that you want them to grow. So what if, let's just be crazy. Let's just be crazy, blue sky dreaming for a moment. What if in this big pot here, we planted 4 of these little baby peach trees, in a square, and then trimmed most of the leaves off. You'd have to leave some, but and start kind of bending them together, and then they could intertwine, and then as they get older and grow, then they could come back out and then back in. Oh God, how cool would that be? That would be so freaking cool if hey my love, if we did that with the peach trees, with their little trunks, if we manipulated them to you don't think it would? I'm going to try it, Renee. Hi, Joe Ward. I'm so glad you could be here all the way from Australia. Yeah, Stacy, I think it would be really cool. I think we could do it. Hi, Holly. I'm so glad you're here. I think we could do it. And it wouldn't hurt to try because they're all just volunteers. I didn't go buy them at the garden shop. You know what I mean? They're just volunteers. So why not have some fun with them? Why not? I'm going to do it. And that's the thing is most of my gardening, has been, well, a lot of watching Gardener's World with like Monty Dawn. You guys are going to see the whole fam in here. It's real life family, and I'm at the kitchen table. So, but anyhow, a lot of Gardener's World, Monty Dawn, all that kind of stuff. But then really it's just trial and error. Lots of error. The tree, oh, I'm so frustrated. The tree that we put in, because, you know, we have the big hedge of Christmas trees. One had died years ago. And so, Reggie, was it last year we put the new one in?
I think it was the year before.
I don't think it was that long. I don't know. But anyway, it died. I've fed it. I've had the kids regularly watering it. And it died. I don't know why. I don't know how. And now I don't know what to do. Because there's this big hole in the hedge. And the other trees are like 16, 20 feet tall. And so maybe, I don't know. Do we have to bring in a ginormous one? I can't afford that. To put in there so that it can like fight back against the big ones. I don't know. I don't know what to do. If you guys have any ideas, I'm also going to do some research and stuff like that, of course. But it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Anyhow, but back to my idea for the peaches. So yeah, in this pot, and then I could also put like some marigolds and stuff kind of under and around. If it worked, let's just say if it worked. We're just out there, and that's what we're doing right now. We're kind of dreaming, we're kind of experimenting. And really, there's like a million of those baby peach trees. And like I said, all volunteers. So we can try a lot of different things, and all it will take is our time and this soil. Oh, Bonnie, that sucks. Did they already like break all the way off? Ooh. But anyhow, just imagine, if you will. Do I know if it's possible? No, I have no idea if it's possible. I'm going to try though. Hi, Renee. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I hope your wife and the baby are doing well. So just imagine, picture it. The 4 trunks, what they would eventually be, that right now they're just little tiny, but trunks coming up together and then kind of maybe being braided and then going out and maybe back in, and then some foliage. Obviously there'd be some little bit of foliage, and then imagine the peaches wherever they might be on the tree. Like, how freaking cool would that be? Oh, that's wonderful, Renee. I don't think I had asked you. Is this your first child? I was wondering that. First babies, they're an experience. Beautiful and wonderful, but lots of learning. So much learning. Yeah, I think I'm going to fill them just like halfway. Oh, third son. Okay. And second with your wife. That's fantastic. So, so you have just boys? All boys? That's an adventure. There was a lot of boys in my family. I know I should wear gloves. I've been wearing them all day. And I need to redo my nail polish anyway. And it's not like I'm doing like hard yard work that's going to tear up my hands. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Pamela. Like, why not? Why not? Just for fun. And that's how you figure things out anyway. And that's how past gardeners, arborists, all of that. Reagan, you're such a good boy. Thank you so much. That's how all those things have been figured out, is by experimenting, trial and error. So why not? Holly, but I fed it. Maybe I waited too long to feed it. That could be. That I just waited too long to feed it. I didn't. So definitely down to I didn't do enough research. That's for sure. I'm one that sometimes I'll do like so much research before I do something. And then other times I will just jump right in because I just want to get something done. and not have done the groundwork, literally, any of the prep, any of the research. And then, so of course, not a surprise, the tree dies and you just lost all that money. So, but I wasn't sure like how soon would be appropriate to feed it, you know? Oh, thank you, Renee. These beautiful cabinets, that's my beautiful son. I made him, but these beautiful cabinets, the doors, James, my husband, and my oldest brother, Jeremiah, they made them. Yeah, my brother, he does a lot of things, but one of his little side passions is carpentry. And so they did all the cupboards and drawers and all of that here in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, it was a beautiful thing. They made them by hand with real wood. Real wood. Yeah. Hopefully they last forever and ever and ever and ever. They do need to be oiled. They definitely need it. It's been a minute. So then what do I do, Holly? Because now there's this huge spot, this big hole in the middle of the Christmas tree hedge. They're not Christmas trees. They're arborvitaes. I don't know how they're actually pronounced, but that's arborvitae. But what do I do? Because now there's this ginormous hole in the hedge. You know, it'd be really cool is if I built like my first like kind of trial cinder block wall right there. Because if it's going to be basically impossible, Reagan, everyone's saying hi to you. Reagan says hi. Oh, if it's basically going to be impossible to put another Christmas tree in there and have it actually survive, maybe we have to, you know, test out our cinder block wall skills in that spot. What do you think? I don't know. I like being prepared when I'm going to be doing a gardening thing. I like to do as much work ahead as I can. The issue is that until I dig them up, I don't know how deep of pots they're going to need. That doesn't really matter though, because most likely I'm going to trim all of the roots. God, words. I'm going to trim all of the roots anyway. Did you know that you can do that with your potted anything, everything? Okay, maybe not anything, everything, but with a lot of plants, that's part of how they do, Reagan, what's it called that when the Japanese have trees and make them all little?
Bonsai.
Bonsai, thank you. That's part of the process in bonsai is clipping the roots. So then you keep the tree small. Oh, bummer, Renee, but at least you got tomatoes. That's wonderful. I'm so happy you got some tomatoes. There is nothing, excuse me, God, like a garden tomato. No pesticides, fertilizers, all that weird whatever. Just a legit garden tomato. I mean, well, you guys know. You know, I'm sure you know. Ooh, now that sounds really good. With just a little bit of salt on it. Oh, and Pamela, my darling, you know I love to have something to decorate or paint or what have you. The problem is I start too many of those projects. But you know, I'm feeling a lot of energy right now. Like I'm feeling pretty dang good. My right hip has been hell. I went for a long walk today, walked Olivia to the bus so she'd go to work, and then walked to run some errands just around town. It was a long walk. And it was good, and I was feeling pretty freaking awesome, except for the right hip. If you're like, what was wrong with the hip? The tendons and all the squishy stuff that connects your hip to your pelvis and whatever is all just like shredded, all ripped apart from the bones being all rough and spurs and stuff like that, just ripping all the stuff and not being treated soon enough, along with other problems. But that's the part that we're able to treat. And so I am getting it treated again, but it's not till after our road trip. So, ooh, Bonnie, you're sorting through your Halloween stuff? So exciting. Okay, so I have to tell you, I've told you guys I'm not doing the same like massive yard display. I should have grabbed the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. Real life house, real life family. I'll get real close so then you can hear me, hopefully. But anyway, God, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so I'm not doing the huge Halloween yard display because I'm focusing on the plants, the flower beds, reviving them, whatever. Well, the, God, what was I going to say? Sorry, distracting. Do you have to do that right now? Can we hold off on that one?
Huh?
Can we hold off on that one?
I'm almost done.
You're almost done? Okay. All right. He says he's almost done. What a good boy in here doing chores. I'm so proud. It's just loud, but if you guys will bear with, we'll be okay. So anyhow, oh, that's great, Stacy. Fantastic. Be careful though. So anyhow, I'm not doing a lot of the Halloween stuff, right? But normally on a normal year or like the last many years, I would be deep, like shoulders deep into, will you empty out the little catches and wash out the sinks? I would be all the way in to my Halloween plans. I'm at least like, I'm living the season. I am in Halloween mode. And I have a couple of horror movies. What?
What are these for?
Oh, I'm going to clean them out. You can just leave them there. I'll take care of them. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, good, Lab. Okay. It's just Reagan was like scrubbing a pan, and so it was loud. But anyhow, so I have a couple of scary movies lined up that I want to watch and, you know, kind of trying to get in the mood and do all that. But normally by this time in August, I would have had so much of the prep work done, be repairing things, replacing batteries. You guys know, all that kind of thing. Well, not this year. So anyhow, I'm out walking because I walked Olivia to the bus and then I'm running errands and all that kind of stuff. Doing things that I can do that are close by within reasonable walking distance for me. And so I'm out doing that. And then I start heading home and I round the corner and the neighbor, their front porch is full of all their Halloween stuff. They've got the totes and the whatever. And so obviously they're starting their Halloween. They're going to be putting it all out. It's bad enough. And see, this is, I know it's such a contradiction because I've been saying for years that I wanted the neighbors to do more Halloween. I know that. I know. It's just this year I'm kind of, and the neighbors down the road already for like 2 weeks now have a display up. A whole display. An entire display. Lights, all of it. All of it. On every night. For at least 2 weeks now. It was upsetting. And it got me into this like, but what if? And maybe, and no, I need to focus and put my energy and time into the yard. It desperately needs it and deserves it. And that's just the front yard. Although I am doing some and spending some time and whatever here in the patio as well. Hi, Lisa. Oh, it's been about 100 years. How are you doing? I'm so glad you could be here. So, I'm just going to stack these. That works. So I am getting some stuff done, you know, in the front and then on the patio. I don't know how much I can get done in the Wonderland this year, realistically. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I always start with like all this ambition and these crazy goals and dreams and things that I want to do. And sometimes they happen. Sometimes they do. But more often than not, you guys know how things go with me. There'll be some disaster or injury or illness or surgery or whatever. And so all that stuff, some of it might still get done, but not like to the extent that I wanted it done, or it just won't even happen at all. So I'm trying, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I am trying to set better goals. I'm really trying to set better goals. Things that are something to reach for, not too easy, but that are also realistic, and could still happen. Like, could realistically be accomplished. Because I tend to have this, like, so at the beginning of spring, I don't know if you recall, but my whole outlook and feeling was, I can walk this year, I can climb ladders this year, my elbows are in so much better shape after all the treatments. We're going to do the whole yard, we're going to get everything caught up, we're going to finish all the unfinished projects, we're going to put the terrace out in the front, we're going to da-da-da-da-da. Well, obviously that has not been the case. I am getting stuff done, but much later than anticipated, much later than planned. Because that's just been life. So, once again, we are modifying our goals and our dreams and our whatever, with still the whole thing in mind. Like, the stuff needs to get done. It just might not happen when and how I want it to. And that's reality. That's homeownership. Okay, so we have, how many do I have ready? 4. I have 4. 4 of the like 50 that I'm going to need. That's okay. That's all right. Because I think I have more of the kind of right size in this tote crate. I wonder if these would work. I don't know. I'm afraid that some of these are just too small, but we might have to do it anyway. Check these out. See what you think. You know, I have these, and they're so pretty. I love pink. I have these left over from something. What were they? I wonder if I still have them. Oh, petunias. No, those are an annual. I wouldn't still have them. So I have these from petunias from years ago. This actually, these might be good because if any of them have like some pretty long roots, you know. And that's an option too, Pamela. I think, okay, so here's the thing. They're big. I know, Lisa, you've been with us a long time, if I recall correctly. So here's the thing. I waited way too long. But honestly, it just was not possible. I mean, possible, yeah, but probable, getting it done, no. And so now they're pretty well established. They are a forest, if you will, of little peach trees. And they would be quite a bit taller, except I whacked them all down. So I'm a little nervous about it. I can chop them down significantly, and I will. And I can trim the roots. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Can we get down to this? Is that too silly? I don't know if that's too silly to go that small. I just don't know that I have a choice because I don't have enough of like the other right size. Why don't I? Because I did a declutter, whenever it was, of all of my garden pots and whatever, and recycled a whole bunch of them. But then the other consideration actually is the soil. So I don't have enough soil, honestly, to put all of them in bigger pots. So we will have to make do with these. We're going to have to. We're just going to have to make do. Oh, wouldn't that be freaking awesome, Holly? Oh, the things I want to do. Yes, Phyllis, our peaches are delicious. Absolutely delicious. And I'm really thinking next year to do the farmer's market with our different fruits and stuff like that, because we have such good fruit. Like, it's delicious, but there's just way too much of it for us to eat. And then with the way my hands are now and everything it takes to bottle and can and preserve and all that, I'm limited, you know what I mean, in how much of that I can do. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, Phyllis, I'm glad you caught Tippy. Oh, these fur babies, they're so silly. Renee, that sounds delicious. All right, so yeah, I would love to freeze the fruit, Renee, but that is my only freezer space. That's it. That's it. There's no way. There's just no way. Not with like our regular day-to-day freezer stuff. That has to be in there. But that I'm now keeping track of and whatever, which is awesome. But no, there's just no way. We'll do this one next. So we used to have, years ago, we had a small deep freeze that my grandparents gave to us. But it died. And so, and it really wasn't safe where it was anyway. Like, it was down in the laundry room, which was overcrowded, absolutely overcrowded, and made it like so difficult to do anything. Well, actually, I think at one point we had it here in the kitchen before we remodeled, because we gutted this entire kitchen. We gutted it. And that's when my husband and my brother made the new cupboard doors and drawer fronts. But anyhow, the thing now is, even if we found a way to get a deep freezer, where would I put it? You know? There's nowhere to put it. One thought that I had was the studio shed. Like, once we get that built out and it's actually my little studio, that potentially could be a place to have it, but like, it would take up a lot of room, and the shed is not big. The shed is quite small. So, and the other thing is, it really would only be for like the fruit or whatever, because we're at the point where freezing all that kind of stuff, it doesn't necessarily make sense for our family. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, we're not necessarily going to use it. And so, honestly, it just makes more sense to sell it. You know, I have bottles upon bottles upon bottles of preserves of all different kinds, and bags of dried fruits and all of that. It's just too much of something that doesn't get eaten often enough. So that's why I'm thinking of the farmer's market. And I have chopped the trees, like I have trimmed them way down, all of the fruit trees several times, except the apple tree, not that one. And it doesn't matter. I still get loads of good fruit, but way more than we can eat or store or preserve or whatever. And that's probably good. So I really do. Hi, Judy. No, today 4 o'clock. it's nice having a during the day live stream. Hope you guys enjoy. I want to do these at different times, just so that more people have a chance of catching one of the live streams. But anyhow, yeah. God. Yeah, I really do think that the farmers market's the way to go. It just makes sense, you know. I enjoy socializing for limited amounts of time. Hi, Vicky. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I like the socializing, the schmoozing, the whatever. And we have the fruit anyway, and it's good fruit. And it'd be like another source of income. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I am thinking. And I don't think the overhead, like, costs would be too much. I really don't. Not any more than we're already, you know, paying to have and maintain the fruit trees. I mean, yeah, you got to pay like a stall fee to be in the farmer's market, and I don't know how much it is these days, but I just don't think it would be that bad. And it's not like I would be looking to try to make like a fortune, you know, from my fruit. It would just be, you know, like I said, an opportunity to socialize with local people, be involved more in the community, work on my social anxiety and that kind of stuff. And then something to do with the fruit, make a little money, you know, there you go. Ooh, Phyllis. Oh, yes. I have had some salsa with peaches in it too. And I think my brother made it. Oh, God, so yummy. Yeah, Alyssa, I've seen so many farmers markets across Utah. So that could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun and something to do with it. Yeah, Stacy, absolutely. Like just a little extra income, opportunity to work on the anxiety, getting out. I would be getting out every weekend. Not necessarily every weekend. I wouldn't have to go and be there every weekend, obviously, but I do think it would, I don't know, I think it would be a good thing. I think so. Really, Stacy? No one in your family ever canned anything? No preserves of any kind? I have several videos over on our main channel. I don't know if I want to call it the main channel anymore, our big channel. Because, you know, I'm working on growing this little girl here. We're working on it. But over on the Frugal Family, I'm certain. Did I do the videos there of the preserves or did I do them on here? I don't remember. But either on that channel or on this channel, I have videos of some of our past bottling, canning, preserving adventures. Eventually, one of the other things I really want to do is to make wine with our grapes. So we get so much, we have abundance of grapes. And I've made lots of grape juice and grape jelly and all that kind of thing. But I really want to make wine. I just need to get like the apparatus, the kit for it and all of that. And then get brave enough to do it as well. Awesome, Stacy. Fantastic. Yeah, that's how ours is, Judy. I don't know that it goes till November because here, yeah, I don't think it does. I think it ends in like probably October. Guess depending on the weather, obviously. Here, you never know. Oh, that's also possible, Alyssa. I'm so glad you pointed that out. The canning, that's such, most likely. So we do have a third channel that we every now and then do stuff on. And that's Frugal Family Flies Again. And that's just more like our family vlog type stuff. Like, for instance, this morning I put on pictures of the kids, first day of school, whatever, over there. But it's very possible that I did the bottling, canning, preserving over on Frugal Family Flies again. Yeah, Judy, I need to research the rules in Utah for selling homemade food. What, Renee? The crock stuck on the ceiling? What are you talking about? How? Ooh, peach wine or peach gin. Oh my God. Oh, that's awesome, Stacy. I'm fine with you not taking me along in the store, though. I mean, they should be so lucky to hear the dulcet tones. But anyway, oh, enjoy your shopping, Stacy. Be safe. But anyway, yeah, I need to research what the rules are because, the I don't have. Yeah, Stacy. I don't have like a commercial kitchen or thing like that. So, and every state is different, like what kind of rules they have governing that kind of thing for like business purposes, tax purposes, safety purposes. I got to look into it because I love making jam. It's a bit of a to-do, but if I could sell it, that'd be great. Though obviously the easiest and best thing, and especially with the hands that I have, would be just being able to just sell the fruit. You know what I mean? Just sell the fruit. Oh, it like popped off the cork and stuck in the ceiling? Good Lord, what was in that bottle? Yeah, I am a little nervous. I will be honest, I'm a little nervous. That's probably why I haven't done it yet, making my own wine, because it's a process, and if you don't get it right, I don't want a cork stuck in my ceiling. Oh no, ginger beer blew the corks. Yeah, now I'm getting scared. Thanks a lot. Oh no, I'm just gonna have to do a lot of research. Gonna have to do a lot of research, and that's fine. I need to do more of that with my projects anyway, I'm one that just loves, oh God, to just jump in. I don't have the patience, and that's just reality. I love to just jump in head first and get stuff going, put things in motion, and it's just not a great way to do it. All right, we have 9 pots halfway full of soil ready for the peach trees tonight. Ooh, an issue I just thought of. Kitty, my darling Fernicus the cat. Although you know what? She really doesn't mess with, I have some house plants that are on the floor in the front room, and she doesn't mess with them. I know she'll investigate these, because of course she will. She investigates everything. But will she leave them alone? I gotta think about it. I gotta come up with a plan. I don't need to wake up to, 10, 20 peach trees knocked over and dirt everywhere. And someday, okay, another blue sky, dreaming for a moment. Someday, I'm going to have a greenhouse and a potting shed. Someday. Yeah. Oh, I can't, Renee. I would love to put them outside, but until they're kind of a little more established, it's just too damn hot. It's just way too hot. And there's nowhere that now that I can put them outside that they would be in the shade. So, yeah. Maybe on this side of the house I could get away with it. But they would still get the late afternoon sun, and it'd be pretty intense. So they would need at least a week of getting established indoors before they can go outside. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, they will have to, I'll have to keep at least the soil, not all the way through. I don't want them sodden, but keep the soil moist, yeah, until they get established. Yeah. Not too wet. They don't want to be drowning, but just having the soil moist. Yeah. It's a to-do, and not all of them will make it, and that's gardening. But with every failure, you learn something. So, oh, that's a good point, Renee. If the dirt is wet, maybe Gatita will leave it alone. I'm just really not sure about using these little ones. You'll understand when you see how big they are now. The little trees. I've seen some of those holly. I don't think they would hold up here though. Like the sun exposure that we get is just brutal. Not like Arizona. It's definitely not Arizona. But several weeks of the summer are just brutal. And anything that I've had out in the backyard that's plastic, after 1 or 2 years, everything just falls apart. If it's not been covered or in a shed or what have you, they just fall apart. Yeah, I'm going to have to put in the forks, Bonnie. I'm going to have to put forks in. Luckily, though, like if I'm able to use these, I mean, she can't get in there and like try to do her business. Like that's impossible. So here's hoping. Judy, I don't have a kid's tent. That's the other thing, Pamela. Yeah, the winter freeze. Yeah, it's just here, just the the climate being what it is. We just have to try to work with it, which sometimes is great and other times not so much. But what we really need is just a good, solid metal and glass greenhouse. How wonderful would that be? Can you even imagine? Just imagine it for a minute. And like a bunch of hanging plants, all kinds of flowers and what have you. And some potato vine, stuff like that. And then shelves upon shelves of beautiful plants. And in one corner, a little place to sit and enjoy. And then right next to it, or maybe like adjoining it, have like a potting shed. Oh. Just think how beautiful that would be. And how convenient. Yeah. Excuse me. God, I don't know what's the deal with my Pepsi today, but it is giving me, it's like the burpity burps. Let's try to get two more filled. Okay. Is this not the thing that this one goes to? Oh, well. This one might be too big. Like that one. Oh, how is, what did I name her? Clarice. Clarice is doing great. In fact, here, let me show you. Just a sec. There you go. See? There she is. Ta-da! Yeah. I got her fed and sorted out, and now she's hanging in there in front of the ocean ship painting. And she's happy. Eventually, I'm going to get her into a bigger pot. But for the moment, I just fed her, and hung her up. And then we'll go from there. I don't know that I want to, I guess we have enough soil. Maybe, what if we put like 4 or 5 of them, depending on how many more of like this kind of size of pot I have. I'll have to go look. 4 or 5, this is total experimentation here. 4 or 5 in like pots like this, and then like 10 or 12 in pots like this, and just kind of, and then like 4 in this one, this big pot, and kind of see what happens. We have enough of them, and I already had the soil, so, and I already had all the pots. So why not just experiment and see what happens? Yeah, I could do that, Holly, with like ones kind of like this size. I'm just realizing that, like, I mean, I knew it was going to be tedious. I knew that. But it's really tedious. Oh, that's all right. It's going to be good. I will get the big shovel, and it's not going to be hard to get them out. It's not going to be difficult to get the peach trees out. And then I'll just have them all in the wheelbarrow. This is going to be late tonight when it's cool enough, you know, and then just start potting them up. It's going to be a to-do. It's going to be quite a to-do. And then what if I can't get all of them into pots tonight? Maybe I should just like dig up half of it tonight, see if I get all those done, then dig up some more. I don't know, Renee, if Lupita ate those bugs or not. We're pretty sure that she's molting. She has completely enclosed herself. We do have the heating pad on the back now and the thermometer, so we're doing better at regulating the temperature and all that of her enclosure and trying to keep it, you know, where a happier place for her, where she likes it. And then we're waiting to see if she molts. So something I've been thinking about though is with the isopods, that's what we bought, and that's what had been in there before. We were pretty sure that she was eating some, because otherwise she would have been dead by now. So, because she won't eat the roaches or the super worms. I don't know what her deal is. But the other assumption we have is that there wasn't enough waste, like carcasses and molting and that kind of thing, and poop, not enough of it from the tarantula for the isopods to survive, because they're the cleaners. They go and clean everything up, and that's what they eat. They're the little vultures, you know. And so I'm wondering, and again, got to do more research, except I'm gonna have Reagan do this research because it's his spider, but research like other ways to keep the little critters fed, especially if she's busy molting and isn't eating. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know enough about tarantulas, honestly. Yet another situation, just like I was talking about, where on a whim, I jumped into something having basically no idea what I was doing. Because that's what I do. Okay, Holly. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. The issue is, though, that we're going on our trip really soon. Our anniversary trip. And so we might, I don't want to, but we might have to leave some of them out there if I'm not able to process all of them. But here's a thought. If I'm not able to get all of them out and potted up, I could at least kind of spread them out in the tire out there. And then, let them grow a little more and then dig them up later. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Crystal. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad you caught us. Bonnie, I don't think she's laying eggs. I don't know what their incubation or whatever time is for them. So I don't know if she even could have had a full gestation from when we bought her and now. I don't know. I really have no idea. Because obviously, since we've had her, there's been nothing to fertilize her eggs. But I mean, there's always the possibility that she was pregnant when we got her, but that's a matter of I don't know how long their gestation is. But it's very possible that she just didn't like the climate in the enclosure, and that it was too hot or too cold, because that's one of the reasons, besides pregnancy, that they burrow down in. And then also to molt. So it's basically babies, molting, or the temperature, the environment. So hoping that by having the heating pad, that will get her excited to eat like the roaches or the super worms and stuff like that, which would provide a lot more food for the isopods, and then we wouldn't hopefully have to be buying more isopods anytime soon, because they're expensive. They are quite pricey. They weren't so bad at the reptile show that we went to. They weren't as expensive. They were still a little pricey, but not as expensive. But at the pet store, the only place I've been able to find them locally so far, they were really pricey. So, yeah. How many do you think I could put in here? Maybe just 2? Yeah, maybe just 2, so that, let them grow a little bit more. And then like late fall or even spring, separate them and pot them up again. I don't know. Let's do 1 more of these bigger ones, and then I'll start on the little ones. It's probably better in like September, October. Definitely October. October is a good time for moving plants, dividing perennials, stuff like that. The reason that I'm rushing into this at like the most inopportune time is because they are so crowded, and I'm afraid that some of them are going to start dying because they are so crowded. So, and I would really like to, save as many as possible. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, again, it's going to be an experiment. All of my gardening life has been experiments. And Monty Don with Gardener's World. You just try something, you do some Googling, read some books, ask some other gardeners that you trust or that have really great gardens, and go from there. So, I don't know. Like I said, with every failure, I've learned something that then helped, other things to progress and to improve and do well. So. Okay, so Pamela, then definitely not. And of course that depends on the spider. Obviously, each one's going maybe be a little bit different. But if it's like just weeks, yeah, there's no way. Ooh, Holly, that is a great idea. Okay. That would be so much more doable and so much more realistic and so much better for my hands. yeah, if I can just thin out the littler ones, that is such a good idea. Yeah. Okay. We might be able to make that work. Because it's so much. My only issue, this is my only thing with it. I'm one of those, like, even if it's going to be really difficult and painful and I won't be able to open my hands the next day, I am of the mind that, like, I already have all the stuff out. And so I just want to get the thing done. Just get it done. You know what I mean? But that's not always the smartest way to go about it. Because then you end up with fatigue, obviously, and things not done right, and because you're just tired and want to get it done. So I really like your idea. I really like your idea. The reality is, especially when I show you guys how many there are. Although, I don't know, maybe I've done a short video of them earlier. I think I did. But anyway, you wouldn't get the full impact because now they're all so leafy and whatever. I don't think it's possible that we're going to be able to salvage all of them. Like, I just don't think I have enough pots and soil and whatever and wherewithal to salvage all of them. It just might not happen. Welcome back, Phyllis. I don't know. And it's good to have a plan, a goal, a strategy, but then it's also paramount. It's absolutely vital to be able to roll with it. To get out there and start doing the work and just kind of see what you're actually up against. That's what happened in the front yard, like, and I'll try to get that video done tomorrow or the next day, but getting out there and gardening and thinking that in one session I'm going to clear all of the irises from the front yard and move on to other places and, you know, accomplish these plans that I have. No, absolutely not. Spoiler alert, no. That was not possible. Did I still do as much as I could and in fact pushed myself way beyond what I should have? Yeah, absolutely. Of course. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get these crazy ideas. Grandiose, wonderful, marvelous ideas, but they're just too big for the time frame, for the amount of energy, for the amount of money, for whatever, you know? Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, Holly. And that is a good point. That you know what? Yeah, because you don't want that is such a good point. I didn't even think about that. Okay. I think I've gotten it into my head. She's saying, what she said is, doing it that way, you get to see which are the strongest plants and focus on them. And I'm so with that. I think, honestly, what had happened in my brain, I kind of got excited and kind of caught up in the amount and how cool it would be to have like 50 little peach trees, you know what I mean? Just how cool that would look and how awesome, without thinking about the practicalities. Like, my hands are killing me right now. They feel like they're gonna explode. The pressure inside is immense. Obviously, having 50 little peach trees is ridiculous. What am I gonna do with all of them? Like, I'm gonna give some away. I'm gonna make my little peach tree hedge. I'm gonna do some other little things, some experiments, but really, realistically, like, it's just too many. And it does make sense, Holly, to take the strongest ones, really focus on them, and then, excuse me, unfortunately, put the rest in the compost. You guys are so good at bringing me back down to earth when I get these crazy, lofty ideas. And there's nothing wrong with lofty ideas. You just need to balance them with, you know, some reason some practicality. Yeah. Which I don't like having to do, but it is what it is. And it's necessary. I think I could put 2 in this. Don't you think? This one here? I think this could fit 2. At least for, you know, until spring. And then I could split them up. Okay, that is it of the like medium to somewhat larger pots. We did pretty good. I think we did pretty good. I think we did get quite a bit done. Is there still loads to do? Yeah, there's still loads to do. But my hands are screaming. They are just screaming. So I need to plug in the wax bath. I need to go take some turmeric. I need to put on some compression gloves. And yeah, then this evening, later, quite a bit later tonight, when it has cooled down enough, yeah, I'll get out there and dig those suckers up. Here's the thing though, like, because what I had in mind was just like digging up like the whole chunk of them and then teasing them out. But it might be a lot more complicated if I'm trying to what do you call it? Hold on. If I'm trying to kind of suss out the really good ones from the others. But it is also a smarter way to approach it and less work, I think, in the long run. I'll figure it out. We'll see. I'll try. And then I'll let you know how it goes. But for now, I really need to go do something about these. They're killing me. But thank you so much for coming along, you guys, while we potted all these up. We got quite a bit done in just over an hour. I'm feeling good about that. I'm pretty impressed. And especially with how much I've already done today, chores in the house, yard work, blah, 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 etc. We did really good. And I'm really proud of that. And I think that is something to be celebrated. So, cheers. Yeah. Don't worry about it, Vicky. You're here when you're able, and I appreciate that so much. You could do anything else with your time, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it very much. Yeah, I love, Lisa, plants and gardening and flowers and fruit trees and all of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to be bringing you guys along for more of it. So anyway, okay. Well, you guys have a fabulous rest of your afternoon, evening, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it so much. And we got some stuff done. And that's what I want. I want to do that on a lot more of these live streams. Not necessarily what we did right now, but like get stuff done while we live stream. I want to chit chat. I want to hang out and do all of that. But I also, like, I was able to get all this stuff done while we talked. And that's really awesome. So I want to do more of that. Yeah, Holly, I absolutely will. I'm going to get the wax bath going and we'll get these ladies really rested and pampered and all of those things. All right. Have a good night. We will see you all tomorrow. I do not know what time. So I will try, as usual, to put out a community post to let you know ahead of time as best I can. All right. Bye.